Welcome to AI Bedtime Stories. Today I will be narrating a story called The Enchanted Topiary Garden. If you like these bedtime stories, please feel free to leave a comment. The story begins now in the tranquil town of Arbourville, where houses clung to rolling hills and mornings were greeted by birdsong. There lay a peculiar attraction, the Topiary Gardens of Lord Beaumont. Generations of Beaumonts had tended to it, yet none remembered its origins. Harriet, an inquisitive young girl with fiery curls and freckles like constellations, had grown up hearing tales of the garden's magic. On her 12th birthday, she received a special invitation, sealed with an emerald wax emblem, an invite to visit the garden. As Harriet stepped through the ornate iron gates, she was met with a breathtaking sight. Hedges sculpted into fantastic shapes, dragons, unicorns, phoenixes, all seemed almost alive. But what caught her attention was the grand topiary maze at the garden's heart, with its hedges cut into towering walls. Drawn to it, Harriet ventured in. The maze was like no other. With every turn, she was met with a vignette from the past. Scenes of young Beaumonts, much like her, experiencing joy, sorrow, love, and laughter. It wasn't just a maze. It was a living tapestry of the Beaumont legacy. Deep within, Harriet encountered an ethereal figure, an older woman with fiery curls, much like her own, tending to a topiary in the shape of a clock. It was Lady Eleanor Beaumont, the first gardener of this magical realm. Eleanor revealed a secret: the garden was not just for reminiscing but for passing on the Beaumont legacy. Every topiary held the essence of a Beaumont, and soon, Harriet would create her own, adding to the legacy but also inheriting the responsibility of the garden's preservation. But there was a catch. Once her topiary was formed, Harriet would have to leave the garden until her successor, 12 generations down, would enter. Harriet, realizing the weight of her legacy and the magic it held, agreed. With Eleanor's guidance, she sculpted a topiary, a grand tree with branches reaching out, signifying growth, connection, and continuity. As the final branch was shaped, the garden began to shimmer, and Harriet found herself back at the entrance, the gates closing gently behind her. No time had passed in the real world, and to everyone else, it seemed as though she'd merely taken a short stroll. Years went by, Arbourville changed, but the tales of the topiary garden remained. Harriet, now an old woman, would often sit by her window, gazing at the garden's distant hedges, her fiery curls now silver, reminiscing about her magical journey. One day, a letter arrived for her great-great-granddaughter, sealed with an emerald wax emblem. Harriet knew the time had come for the next Beaumont to experience the garden's magic. And so, in the tranquil town of Arbourville, where magic and reality wove a delicate dance, the tales of the enchanted topiary garden continued, ever circular, echoing the timeless legacy of the Beaumonts.